I'm excited for this one. I'm currently still alone in the Discord, but some people have. I'm a bit early, so some people have signed up, and we're going to see and build a map together for 2 Minute Tabletop. Excuse me, I'm a little bit sick still, and I will try and cut out my coughs as best as I can. All right, I have my iPad right here. I have my Discord set up right here. It's all new to me. We're streaming this live. It's a whole thing. But I'm very excited about going online this time. I have my water, and I think, everything ready for the map. I haven't even decided yet what map I'm going to make, but guess we'll find out along the way. I think I'm going to do a classic one, and then maybe I'll just do another one that is maybe a little bit less classic. I think I'm going to be doing like an hour. And so, yeah, I'm going to be recording this as well. So, yeah, that's how this is going to go. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. So, first things first, let's start a map. So, I have my iPad. Oh, it works. Cool. So, I hope this works on Discord as well. It might be that the video is actually flipped on Discord. So if you guys see on Discord that it's flipped, please let me know. But on the recording, it looks fine for me now. Okay. Let's lock everything here so that I don't accidentally screw things up on here as well. Boop, boop. There we go. All right. So making a new map. I noticed, I checked that the maps that 2 Minute Tabletop has provided are 16 by 22, so I already preset that. I think I'm going to have to turn off my light source here. That does affect the video, but it's okay. I think it still looks fine. It might even look better on camera. Let's get into it. Fucking hell. So create document. I was thinking of using actually a new feature from MapMe, which is the reference. So I'm going to be adding a reference layer, and I have all the images already loaded in here. I think I want to start with the nighttime. Actually, let's start with the daytime version, because if we make the daytime version regular, and then maybe the nighttime version could be something crazy. We'll see. So let's start with the daytime version. I decided to just pull this in as a reference layer and then just, scale it up. Is there a grid on this? No, there isn't by default, so we can add one in. Okay. I actually like gridded maps. I'm one of those people that probably most of you would be like, what are you doing? But I kind of like the gridded look. It gives me structure. I'm a developer after all. So that's something I really enjoy. Anyways, I've switched into compact mode, so I have more space. It's like holding 2 fingers down on the screen. Oops, I dragged accidentally. And then you can switch between the 2 modes. I quite like that. And this is just a much more simple way. I think I'm talking because I don't know how to start. I think I can get rid of the terrain layer because we already have terrain. The shapes, I'll get rid of that for now as well, and just work with the object layer, I think, because I think that is probably best. So let's orient the map a little bit first. I think, so we have a chimney on the right. We have like a I'd say guest area. Is this a room? This looks like it is a room. So there's a door. There's another room. And then we have like this partition right here. It's going to be interesting I'm going to just do that. So this partition right here, I'm not quite sure what to do with these rooms yet. And we have the big floor. This has a different floor texture, which is very interesting, I think, because we can do something with that. And then we have the chimney, which is kind of sort of like a central area that we could use. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so I think I'll treat this as the main entrance because I think it is. There is something over here, but I'll assume this is a window, same as here, here, and here. And this here seems to be, oh, okay. I think we could treat this as sort of like the bar area because there's like a thing where you can like, you know, order, like maybe this is the kitchen and then you can just take the food and put it that way, something like that. And then if you want to get into the kitchen, maybe this is the where they do the dishes, and then here's the kitchen. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's let's do that. Okay, then in that case, actually, let's introduce another shape layer. By the way, I have the app set to German right now. I'm just gonna quickly save and set it to English so everyone can follow along. But I've just this is actually spoilers. um, I have it set to English and it's not picking it up. Yeah, this is a feature that I'm still working on. It's that you can now set the language, and it works pretty well so far. But I have a feeling sometimes it doesn't properly pick up the language the right way. Where's the oh my god? Where's the map that I just created? Oh my god! Did it not save? Here it is. It didn't save. Yeah, of course. So reference layers typically don't show up in images unless, wait, let me turn on the big mode, unless you say you want it integrated, which I don't have it right now. But let's just assume we're gonna export it with the background, obviously. So let's pull in a new wall. I'm just going to take the curve tool, turn off the points, and just whoops, do a sort of bar setup maybe. I think that's kind of cool. Let's do that. I think I'm going to pull this slightly over that. And on here, maybe we do, no, I think I like that. But it doesn't read as bar. Let me see if we can, it reads as wall. So not super happy with that. I think we're gonna go to the object layer again and just get rid of the shape layer again. Because it's a bit easier. By the way, I was sick last week, so I'm gonna try and mute myself as much as I can, but I have to sometimes cough a little bit or blow my nose. Just so you know, I'm not being rude. I'm just recovering from a cold. Let's see if we can have some sort of bar set up here. We have, if we can take some rectangular tables, something like this, that could work. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. That could do. And if we put it like this, we need to turn snapping off because I can't snap to the sides. And we bring all of these, whoops, sorry. And we bring all of these over here. Wait, does that not work? That's ridiculous. That should work. Oh no. Okay. I'll have to group it and then just move the group because I know that works. Then can ungroup again. I think we can turn it into a group in general. What do we do here? I feel like that's something that I still haven't solved creatively. Is like how to make stuff overlap nicely so we can show like this is good. Look, this looks a little bit odd here, but this one looks fine. Or like they look different. I wouldn't say they look too well. Or I mean, we could do the modular dark table corner, which probably is the best option. Let's try that. So put that sideways. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, let me try that again. Why is this not grid aligned? This is not how it's supposed to be. Because this is not aligning to the grid properly. Oh, wait, it actually is. It just is with the top corner, which is not what I intended. So actually, this might be something that I just broke in the newest update. Might need to fix that. Oh, wow, they're different sizes. Well, that makes it difficult. Can we just take this one? Yeah, this works. Okay. Let's do that then. And if we can get snapping to work, no, it doesn't work. Okay. I need to fix that, but we can work without that today. And it doesn't work properly, but we'll make it work. So the I was gonna say something and then I got concentrated. Sorry. The length is always kind of a bit of a problem for me because as you can see, obviously things aren't properly lining up, which for me is always like a bit of a do I like it like this? But I think I'm just going to move it in a little bit to make it work. So kind of align all of this, then take the lasso, take everything, group it, and take the select tool and just, push it in. So it now looks a little bit off because now we have all of this stuff on the side essentially. But if we, I want to push it to the wall. So up here, I like that it's touching the wall a little bit. I think that's pretty cool. And I was thinking it's bad that we have this overlapping stuff here, but actually, I kind of enjoy it. And I'm thinking if we can get some bar stools or something. Oh, we need to put that filter away. Is that bar stool? Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm German. Don't judge me. But I think that's it. I'm just going to put it to shuffle and then apply a couple of those here. Oh man, I love for some reason the shuffle tool is one of my favorites, close to the spray tool because they just make it so easy to place a bunch of stuff down because you don't have to reselect it and then rotate, etc. It's always going to give you random rotation, which I think is just fantastic. And I think that's kind of good. I don't like that the grid is so prominent. So let's tone that down a little bit. Let's make that very subtle. I'm such a fan of placing down rugs. I'm probably overusing them. Don't judge me. But I really like it because it's just one of those things that it makes a space feel so designed, so like intentional because it's layered, right? You have stuff on the bottom and then you're placing stuff on top because the the textures that we're placing down can feel a little bit, what do I want to call this? They can be a little bit like one dimensional, is probably the word that I'm looking for. And just by placing down a rug, I think it just makes a huge difference. I don't know if I would be putting down a rug. I'd like the realism police is probably going to come for me for this one, but putting down a rug on a bar is probably not a good idea because you're going to spill a lot of drinks on there. Um, and especially if we're talking medieval times where fabric is one of the more costly things. Probably not a good idea because you're going to wreck those. But this is my world and I can do whatever the hell I want. So let's give that a shot. I might remove them later. I don't know yet. Okay, maybe just like this. I like that. Another thing that usually helps, but I don't have a proper tool for this yet, is shadows. Um, like putting small little shadows underneath the the stools, but it doesn't work. I don't have any right now, so I'm not going to install those. That's also something that makes the space feel a lot more three-dimensional, which is something I also like to do. But if we're at the bar area right now anyways, let's go for barrels. Why is the first letter never getting picked up? I think it's because I'm streaming. I love these huge barrels. I think this is so cool. And let's just do maybe 3 of those. Something like that. I want to put something underneath, like a table maybe. Hmm. Could that work? No, that looks wrong. I'm just trying to put something underneath that kind of lifts it off the floor a little bit. Maybe like that. That could work. I could make that work at least. What's this? If we rotate that, look at that. I don't know, maybe something like that. Oh, that's actually a cool idea. So I think if we put it here and here and here, then it's sort of like the barrels are sitting in between with their like rounded bellies that they're just like placed on there so that they don't roll away, essentially. We unfortunately don't have tabs on these, but I think it's going to be fine. So I think this is kind of cool. Let's just put maybe some tankards if we have some. And actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's do a couple ones. So I have the back mode enabled. This is one of those things that is not really easy to see in MapMe, but it's one of those features that I think is really, really, really helpful. You can hold the bring to front and send to back buttons. You can hold these. I'm going to do that with the front button now. And if you hold it, it'll like mark it. And what that does is essentially all the items are going to get added on top of the list. So on top of each other. And if you hold it on the bottom, it'll naturally add them underneath, which I think is just a fantastic thing. Okay, I can't use random rotation on these, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do it like this. Or you know what, actually, let's just put some down. Why is it always taking the empty ones? I need some full ones. Yeah, there we go. No full, the empty set. Okay. I think it's good. Let's just see if we can get those rotated so that it looks right. These I actually quite like over the corner like this. Makes it a little bit more natural. I think it still looks scattered, but I don't have any individual ones, which I'm okay with for this one. Let's add some food as well. Let's see, maybe we have some food. There we go. Maybe some clay jars. Oh, I can't rotate those. Okay. Because it's going to look off. No, that looks weird. Don't like that. Can we? Ooh, I just had an idea. Maybe we can put something like this underneath. It looks a little bit like some cloths that are there to avoid stuff getting spilled, which I think is fantastic to sort of pick up. Maybe this is one of the better taverns, and it's sort of like to pick up the beer that drips from the tap. Oh, let's put some food in here. Maybe between those two. And this one is for this guy. And yeah, maybe something like that. Do we have some other stuff? No, I have very little things for food. Maybe like a vase or something. That's usually helpful. It could be treated sort of as a bin behind the counter. Because usually when I'm designing a bar, I'm always just thinking of what would I see as a customer. But if you reverse it and think like, what would a person working there see? It would maybe be a little storage over here, right? So maybe something like this that's underneath here, which the customer would never see because you're looking at it from where you're coming in. And but it would still be something that maybe would sit around there because it's maybe some reserves or something, maybe some, I don't know, some uh, napkins or whatever, right? So that's something that I always like to do. I don't think I'll add more. It's good. It's getting a bit much. This area here, I'm intentionally keeping clean. But since we are at the topic of rugs, speaking about rugs, no, I can't do it. But it would look so good. It's so cool. I don't know. Can we? By the way, can I recolor? I've recently reworked the recoloring feature. I don't know if it works well though. It looks off. Maybe I just need to. It looks weird. Yeah, this is not right. No, I'm gonna reset that. And we're gonna have to live with the fact that it's just all gonna be the same rugs because I can't recolor them. But they're not recolorable anyways, unless this one is, which it is. So I could, in theory, come up with a good color on that one, but no. Not feeling that adventurous today. Ooh, okay. Let's maybe do a. I love this one. Ross, if you're seeing this, this is one of the most fun things that you've ever made. It's this bear rug. I just keep coming back to it because it's so fun. I really love this one because it reminds me of the dinner for one type thing. It's so good. By the way, let me just stand up real quick. Getting a sore back already from hunching over my iPad. So, okay. Do I want to move away from the bar area? I think I do. Yeah, I think that's good. I've just found this flowered rug, which I think it's more of a vase. By the way, these names for these items, I have like a semantic search because importing Dungeon Draft packs into MapMe is not giving me enough metadata information in terms of what I was envisioning and what I was hoping for. And so I built a feature that basically analyzes each image for content and then tries to assume what it is. It's not 100% there yet, but it is getting better. By the way, I'm turning this on again. I think it's better now. I am working on refining that semantic search thing. It's so that you can find things. It basically indexes every single image and every single object. And it's causing a little bit of mismatch, but at the same time, it's just attaching a bunch more information to each object so that if I look for something, even though it's not named mirror, I can look for mirror and it will still bring me the mirror, even though the object name wasn't mirror. So it's kind of trying to find a cloud of keywords that can be attached to a certain object, which would make searching much easier. And this also makes this map description thing possible, where you can enter. By the way, we can try that now. You can go tavern, hit enter, and what it'll do is, let me just save this real quick, is you can now, or you should now be able to just filter for match map theme. And it's currently not showing anything, but essentially what this does is it uses the description that I've added to filter for objects that might fit that map, which is sort of cool because if you have like a ton of objects, filtering and sifting through those might get a little bit tedious. And so I've made this so that you can basically say what the map is going to be that you're working on, give it a description, and it's going to show you objects that might work. So as you can see, billiards cue, piano, table. So it's showing me already a bunch of furniture stuff that would be a good fit for a tavern map, which that's the idea behind it. I think I like these sofas and stuff like that. I like the books. I might do something with the compartment with like this partition right here. That's a little bit more cozy. We can maybe do like a seating area here. Okay. I'm getting ideas. It's getting better. It's not great yet, but we're getting somewhere. And I'm thinking of putting like a coat hanger somewhere here. Yeah, that's good. Also, since we're here already, let's take firewood and put that over here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Something like this. And then I think we have firewood. Nope, but that's okay. Yeah, let's do that. That's cool. Okay. Okay. That is not a table. See, this is one of those things where I still need to work out a little bit how this is going to work. But yeah. And this looks like an outhouse. I'm not going to use that in here. Can we do... I don't know. I'm looking for a coat hanger or something. Lantern is good. Wooden pillars. I don't know. Ooh, you know what? This would actually work well in here. I think if we turn it something like this, that could work. And then put a coat hanger or something like that on the other side. That might be a good idea. Or, you know, maybe a basket or something, wicker basket. I think that's cool. I don't know. Could be nice. Ooh, cutlery. Yes. Hold on. Wait, there we go. Let's put that here. And another one over here. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm literally just going through here and finding some stuff that I like. By the way, I can't just... Yeah, there we go. So I don't always go out of frame. I'm just literally finding stuff that I like and thinking of, can I put this here? Does this make sense? So for this, it could be like a guest book type situation where you're like, Hey, enjoyed your stay? Leave us a 4-star review because they didn't have 5 stars back then. That's so stupid. Oh my god. please, please don't judge me. It's so stupid. Okay, ignoring that. What's a loom? That's not right. Mm, oh, we could maybe. I was thinking this probably would have a second floor. So maybe, just maybe. Why is that like this? I don't like that. No, stop it. Oh, because I'm in shuffle mode. That makes sense. But what we're gonna do is, I was thinking, let's just try it out. Let's see what it looks like. I was thinking if we were to drop a stair over here, or maybe here, that could work. I don't know. Let's do it. But I like the seating, the like reading area type situation, because it would be quiet there. Hmm. Okay. I feel like I need to get started with filling up the bigger areas, but I mean, my ADHD is just drawing me into this corner right here. Actually, you know what? I don't like it. I want to do it over here. And I might need to push it like that. That's not right. I'm trying to align the corner that it does here with basically this here. That's what I'm trying to do. I think that might work out. Just align it like this. Yeah. Looks little bit like a puzzle piece, although this situation here looks weird now. But I'm just going to accept that and leave it as it is. Or, where I'm going back on my word immediately, kind of rotating that a little bit to fix that because it's driving me nuts. That's better. Oh, lanterns. We should probably do a couple of those. Let's do an unlit one. And maybe, these lit iron stands, but I wouldn't put them so close to the walls because it's so dangerous. Nope, I would be worried about burning the place down. Let's go back up and look at those. It's called chairs. The algorithm classified it as a chair, so we'll run with it. Okay. And what about this one? I'm thinking either going like this or potentially maybe even like, I could do this and then put a little bit of a table over here. It could overlap with the couch, which I think is fantastic. Because then you could put stuff there. That's good. That's cool. Let's group that. Oh, I always forget that I have to deselect the lasso. Always happens. Now, do we have maybe like a little bit bigger of a table? Probably do. Let me just prop this iPad up. It's getting a little bit tiring to work like this. Oh, come on. This is the perfect place for a rug. Yeah. This is getting, at this point, it's just getting stupid. But it does look good. I don't know. I'm sorry. I like it. Wait, I don't have to apologize. Oh, that's good. Okay. Where is that coming from? I think I like that. I'm going to probably put it like this. And then I'm thinking of taking, wait, we have a long table. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Oh, we can do a communal table right in the, oh, that's cool. Could do something like this. Oh, I like that. I haven't even thought of that. That's cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do like a common room and then get cozier the more we get to the back. So I think reading room, then maybe a like a campfire, not campfire. What's the word? Trying to think of what it's called. This light is irritating me. Um, so I'm thinking of what's that called? Oh, I can't remember. But basically the chimney situation. So over here, basically doing like a sitting thing. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's keep going. And I think I want to rotate that to the other side. So we have that. And then we have, there was some, yes, this, some like upholstered mini seating things. Maybe put a book. That's a huge book. Let's do that. By the way, just hitting the rotate compass type thing in the sidebar will give you a random rotation. Um, I find this to be incredibly helpful, much more helpful than I thought this would be when I implemented it. Let's maybe, oops. Let's maybe put maybe a picture or something up there. I think that's kind of cool. Makes it a little bit more homey. I want to scale it down slightly though, so it doesn't like overpower the scene. That's good. And a little bit straighter. There we go. Mm, do we have some other things that we could put there? Ooh. Oh, that's too big, but if we scale it down, that could work. Oh, stay. I actually don't like this ladder. It's just getting in the way now. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Mm, I think I want to do another round table. Well, that just looks wrong because there's no wood texture on there. And this is too big. But yeah, let's just take, wait, ungroup. Let's just take one of those, duplicate that, and put it here. Because I think it's cool. And you can put it here as well. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Let's select all of this, group it again. Forget to deselect the lasso tool again. That's mandatory at this point. And then just place it here. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Because it's like, I'm thinking, if I design a space, I get way too detailed and I'm thinking about the flow. So in order to get to this seat or this seat, for example, you'd be entering here. It will work. Like this is fine. This is not too problematic. You could go this, where you could go here and get there. So it would be relatively easy. If someone would be sitting here, it'd be a little bit of a squeeze, but it'd still work. So I don't know. I think it's fine. You can come fight me on that one. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. This writing desk, for some reason, is, I think, a really cool prop. And I would like to add a small little seating situation here. And put a book there if we have another one. Scrolls. Ooh, playing cards is also cool. Because, I mean, it doesn't really read as playing cards. It's literally just reading as, oh, stuff on a desk, I think. Could place another book. No, I like that. That's cool. If we were to place this here, though, that would look pretty good. I think it needs more rugs, but I'm gonna contain myself and not overdo it because at this point it's getting obsessive. Okay, haven't fully decided what I'm going to do with this. This one here is going to be comfy seating area, so it's going to mirror this style a little bit, but a slightly less comfy and a bit more practical. Plus, maybe some drinks, maybe some food. But this is obviously the reading area. Drinking and food is strictly prohibited because it's a tavern, and you'd be. That doesn't make any sense. But in my mind, it's like frowned upon if you bring drinks there because people are reading and they don't want someone to be drunk over there. I think if we could, maybe I'm thinking how I would design a space, and I'm thinking probably I'd be putting it seating over here, and then maybe put the firewood underneath or behind it, because that's like a smart use of space, right? Let's assume that it is, and this doesn't get burned. I mean, come on. I'm just not going to comment on this one at all. We obviously need a cat at some point, but I'm containing myself here as well because it's like we'll need some time for this. I want to do it when it's finished or like close to finished because we do it too early. I think it's a little bit weird. Does this curtain fit on this? No, it doesn't. Ah, damn. This would have been cool. Ooh, since this is more of the cultured area, maybe, just maybe, this is one of the better pubs in the area. And they're doing like a that's a sacrilege. That's sacrilegious, but I enjoy it. Maybe we do this. No, that's a bit much. But if we do this, I don't know. No, it looks a little bit lost. Maybe not. Maybe just a single candle. Why are these so big? Oh my god. That's a bit too much. Maybe something like this. Ooh, we could put some paper down here as well. Where is it? I'm getting lost. There's so much stuff. Can you see the scroll bar on this one? It's like it's up here. And I haven't even gotten started. The good thing is though, this is the algorithm is slightly ranking it based on relevance. So the more relevant parts are higher up, which means if we scroll to the bottom, we might still find good stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, but the most prominent and most relevant stuff is likely at the top, which I think that's pretty good. Let's put a chair. We haven't used those chairs yet. I think I want to add a bit of variety. So let's put that here. Looks good. Might have to save. Okay. It's becoming a bit more inviting. But this area here, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe we use this and this. That could be good. Something like that. And then the 3-seater, we just put it like that. And maybe we just don't use the 3-seater because I think the 2-seater is really good. It could go like this, and then one like this, and then we could do a duplication of this one and drop it here. Don't know how I feel about that yet, though. I feel like if we placed all of these onto the rug, yes, I know, but if we did, it would feel a little bit more connected. I can't even scale this up slightly. Now this one is missing, but that's okay. That's actually an interior design tip that I've heard before, is that if you if you put things like if you put a rug in a room, you should put your furniture like on it, but not like dead center, but rather like if you have a couch, it should like be covering the edge essentially. So the feet should be on the rug while the back feet can be off. And it brings it into a whole thing. And that's what I'm basically doing here. I'm doing interior design. Yes, I'm an interior designer now. Don't come after me. I'm not serious, of course. Let's see if we have some big things I could put here. Ooh, oh, this one could be cool. Oh, maybe I'll just put one, remove that, and put this one here. That could be kind of nice. No, that feels disjointed a bit. Yeah, let's keep it like this. I like that better. If we have a, oh, that's too big. No, that doesn't work. We could maybe add, let's do 2 small tables. Does that work? Like something like this? No, it's a bit too big. This one, then maybe a smaller one underneath. Oh, that's too much. And then, whoops, that's one too many. Then another one. That looks a little bit odd. But if we maybe offset it slightly, that could work. I feel like I'm spending way too much time on this, but it's also so fun. And I might even want to recolor these. Maybe we do. No, that's too intense. When we're having some issues with the recoloring, but I'm not gonna look too much at that now. I think I wanna. Is there a way to desaturate this? I don't think so. Wait, desaturation is this, but it also gets brighter that way. I would like to dial the saturation a bit. Maybe that's a good feature to have in the future, is to just have a way to desaturate color. Because this is a bit much. I think let's keep them red. Because it's not a bad red, and we have a lot of red on here as well. If I decide on a color scheme later, we can switch it up. Oh, we can apply the color to everything. But for now, let's keep it like this. Why is this? Wait, no, that's not right. It's classifying a lot more things as a table than it should. For some reason, I think this is the time to introduce the cat. I think this is the perfect time to take this cat and put it right here, sleeping. Or maybe a bit more prominent. I think more prominent is even better. We can do maybe some cutlery on here, but I don't like it. Ooh, I just found a good item for the cultured area here. Let's see if that works if I rotate it, if it doesn't look off. It looks a little bit off. This is one of those things with the 2-minute tabletop assets. They do look so good, but they sometimes have an orientation. And if you rotate them, they look completely off. But I think if we just put it here, it'll work. By the way, if you'll notice, there's a rule that I'm following. It's somewhat of an intuitive thing, but if you pay attention to it, you'll notice it a lot. Is that it's another interior design thing, funny enough. But if you put odd numbers of things somewhere, it works incredibly well. It works so much better than if you put even numbers of things. So, for example, here, 3 papers. Now, this is one asset that works, but then we have the 2 candles plus the papers. I'll count this as 1, but it's technically 3. Then you have the piano and the seating, and you have an uneven number. So this is uneven number. Same here. We have an uneven number of seating elements. We have 3 one-seaters and 2 two-seaters. We have 3 tables. We have, well, 1 rug. Okay. But bringing in the cat again brings it to an uneven number unless you count the wood, which does look a little bit off. But that's like one of those things. It does look very natural if you put uneven numbers of things somewhere. So for example, on this one, I'm noticing it's an even number and it looks slightly off. If I were to add another one, it would probably look a little bit better. That's something that I'm noticing is happening on a lot of things. And I think it's so interesting because you'll start to notice that on so many things. It's just uneven numbers for some reason. Here, 3 barrels. It's just I don't know. I don't know why the human eye is like it's an uneven number. I like it more. Excuse me. Yes. Come on, let's move on to those here. Let's save again. I need to remember to save more. We need more seating. Oh my god, there's so much space in here. Maybe just put a couple of these trophies. I've always wanted to use these. Let's do, again, odd number. Let's do 3. And maybe let's find a good color for this one. Oh no. Yeah, I really need to work on the recoloring thing because it recolors the board as well. So let's not recolor this one. Let's just use the red one again. And let's make sure that these are evenly spaced. And I'm roughly aligning them with the grid. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 squares. So I'll put that here and it should be evenly spaced, but for some reason it's not. And so I'm mad now. Oh, this is because we have this pillar here. And so if you look at this line here as a starting point and this one as a starting point, then it's slightly off to the left, which I'm going to use. We need to push everything ever so slightly to the left for it to work. Okay. I have a bit of an issue with this texture right here. I don't think it's bad, but I think we should, you know what's coming now. I can't even take myself seriously anymore with this. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me this doesn't need a rug. I mean, it's a meme at that point. Okay. Let's try it without one. Yeah, okay. Does the snapping work now? No, it still looks off. Yeah, it's still off. So sorry. Sometimes I'm using the app to make maps and I'm like, why is this not working? Because like sometimes you get bugs. It's especially because this is a development piece. It's so weird because because a lot of the stuff while developing, you break so much stuff. And that's, I was always like, oh, wait, I'm developing wrong. No, this is very, very common. Like, this is a very common thing that you break your own stuff while you're working on it. And this is what you're seeing here. It's probably fine in the live version. And in this update, I just broke it. So now I need to fix it. But it's fine. I'm not mad about it. This happens all the time. Okay. So no, no, my God, I'm already tempted again to put down some rugs. Okay, I think this could be like a something like that. It's a bit more of a I don't know if I would call it formal dining experience. But I still think it's somewhat similar to a formal dining experience. So I'm going to be putting it down like this. And then I think we need a little bit of like stuff to dress this up. Wait, stop it. There we go. Just do this. No, that's a bit much. We'll put this here. Do we even have proper food on here? I don't know if we have. I mean, we just checked it before, but it's actually not a lot. I should probably be getting the food pack from 2 Minute Tabletop because they do have a lot of food and it's gorgeous. It's so good. You have like pizza, you have everything. And I just saw that. I might be getting that. Damn. Because it's so good. It's so good too. Um, Wait, the cut. Oh, let me just put that down. But I think I need to take the cutlery and put it in front because it would overlap with the tables, etc. On this one, it wouldn't. We'll go underneath. How do we handle this? This would work like this. Let's do that. Okay. These pumpkins, I don't know. These pumpkins don't really work for me. I might really have to dig a little deeper into the 2 Minute Tabletop archive for food assets. Because, like I mentioned, they have amazing stuff. And it's a little bit of a shame that I don't have it installed right now. But I can't install it right now. It would take a while. So let's just run with it. And I'm thinking this is pretty good. Let's just take the lasso tool, take this. And this is one of those hacks that I love doing that. Let's group this. Wait, actually, before I do, so I was going to tell you to take that and copy that over and just reuse it on the other side because it takes just forever to design this. But let's actually add the stool as well. Or the seating. I'm actually thinking chairs would probably fit better. Or we could do benches. No. Well, ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Because it does have the exact length you need for to seat two people, essentially. And then we could just take no, let's take a chair and put those at the top ends. I mean, we could use a throne like this, but I think it's a bit much. It does look good though. It does look very good, but it's too royal. So let's do a simple. Well, yeah, let's do that. I think that looks kind of good. Put it here. And yeah, I'm purposefully reusing and deciding that I'm going to be using the same chair on both sides because I was just thinking, let's put a different one. Well, now they need cutlery too. Okay, let's do that. Because now it doesn't make any sense anymore. We need to pull this all in. And this one too, like that. There we go. It's also good that we're mixing this up a little bit because we duplicated the plates and the cutlery, and they can look a little bit clinical if you don't mix it up a little bit. And this is good. Now we need to move the benches. And I think now is a good time to take those, copy those over, and see we're just making the tavern so much more money now because we have so many more covers. We have like 4 more covers now. Whoops. Okay, there we go. The benches are okay. I think we're good on those. It'd be a pain to get out from your seat to go to the loo. But I think it's fine. I don't have to sit in the middle. I hate sitting in the middle. If you have benches, I hate being the middle person because you have to like. I'm a people pleaser, and so if I have to get up, I have to make everyone stand up and like make space so I can get out. I hate that. I'd rather I'd rather die than make other people stand up for me. This is probably something I should work out with a therapist, but here we are. Okay, so I like how this is looking. It's sort of symmetrical, but at the same time, it's not. And it has like a little bit of variance. And so what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that now. Forget again that we have the lasso tool. Maybe if we hit duplicate, that's actually a cool feature. We should probably turn on the select tool if we copy or duplicate an object and we have the lasso tool selected. So that's probably, something worth thinking about. Anyways, okay, so let's do that. Let's copy that over, rotate that. And I'm noticing that a couple things look very weird. And wait, I'll just do that. And we can deselect the ones that we don't want to rotate. Because the plates can all stay like this because they work. But the food items, they look very odd. And so we're going to group those, rotate those, and kind of make sure that they look right. The problem is now they look exactly the same like the ones on the other side, but honestly, I think it's fine. It's probably going to be fine. It's fine. Okay, let's group that. There we go. And I think I want to give it a little bit less rotate. Oh my God, happening again. See? Or maybe if we use the group feature or ungroup feature, that's when we should turn off the lasso tool and use the selection tool. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm thinking this is taking a while now. And it's almost an hour now. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to stop now because I think I should probably take a break and come back to this with fresh eyes and a fresh mind. So I'm going to work on this some other time this week to finish it off and make it nice. So let's save this, and I guess we'll see each other next time because I'm getting hungry and I'm getting a little bit tired, and I'm very happy with what I've done so far. That's looking pretty good. This has the solid bones of a good tavern, I think. And I'm gonna make that a thing. I also want to add a couple trees outside. This is cool. Yeah, I have some couple more ideas that I want to put into this. So thank you for sticking around, and I guess I'll see you on part two when I try and finish up this map. This is a lot more work than I anticipated because I'm always doing these like quick challenges, and I'm always building the 10-minute maps or something like that. But furnishing a full-fledged tavern, even with a pre-made like tavern layout, it's a whole different animal. And I'm really enjoying it. This is really fun. So thank you, Ross, for making that challenge. I've never actually considered doing like a full build out like this and spending the time. I don't even have an encounter I want to run in this. So this is not a game map. This is not how I would typically make a game map, but it's still incredibly rewarding. It's so cool. It's so fun. And I can't wait to put in some more work into this and make it nice. Add some lighting, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that's it. I'm 1 hour and 11 minutes in, and I think that's enough for today. So thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you on part two. Have a good one.